new Prime Minister for the United Kingdom, the dawn of hopefully a new era, an era in which the Prime Minister can take leadership and pull the United Kingdom out of the crisis that it currently faces. Joining us on the broadcast, we have Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Thank you so much, Major Shah, for taking the time out and speaking to us early this morning. Rishi Sunak has now been made the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, with a thumping majority. He's beat everybody else, including Boris Johnson, who dropped out of the race earlier. What do you make of Sunak being sworn in as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
I think this is called destiny. It was waiting to happen, it was destined to happen, and in fact, even about 2 months back when we were actually speculating and we were guessing and we were taking the names of the front runners and who would be the next Prime Minister of UK, whether it would be whoever it would have been. We had said that Rishi Sunak was going to be the front runner. He was a front runner. He is going to be the Prime Minister. He's done a great job as the Finance Minister of UK, no doubt about that. So this is ultimately unka to naam likha hua tha. He had to come on it. So 44 days later, Truss resigned, and now Rishi Sunak came in. Now, what do I make of it? I think firstly, it was meant to happen. Secondly, he is going to do a lot of good to UK. Well, for a lot of Indians who are celebrating, there is a reason to celebrate. Why not? And we must celebrate when people could celebrate. I know people who were celebrating when Donald Trump went out of victory. At that time, Joe Biden came in. People were celebrating Joe Biden victory as well. There were some people. So when that could happen, why not? Rishi Sunak is our own. Now, secondly, for those people, also let me make it very clear that Rishi Sunak is a Britisher. He will take policies, he will take steps, he will take decisions which would favor Britain, not India. But at the same time, of course, that soft corner, that connection is always there. We feel we have one of us. In 1947, at the cusp of the partition, Winston Churchill had said at that time, India is going to produce leaders which are going to be substandard, which would be hollow, which would be not up to the mark. And look at this 75 years of independence. And we have shown Britain that yes, there is a Prime Minister of Indian origin. And yesterday, for the first time at 10 Downing Street, we saw Diwali lights. So yes, and the policies he's going to bring forward. See, Britain is going through a tough time right now. It is going to be a crown of thrones, not a crown of gold, but a crown of thrones. So it's going to be tough for him, no doubt. The previous Prime Minister could not survive for 44 days, 45 days I would say, but 44th day she put up a resignation. So now the very fact is he has a lot of challenges ahead of him, no doubt. But you heard his speech, what a promising speech, what a promising gentleman. He said that I will bring about change and he will succeed. I am certain of that. It's all positive vibration that people, the universe sends across. And people are celebrating his victory. People are happy. He has a lot of support. And I'll give you one more interesting fact. Earlier when the Conservative Party was supporting Liz Truss, at that time, the Conservative Party members are close to 170,000. A lot of people from Conservative Party who were supporting Liz Truss, who were not supporting Rishi Sunak earlier, about 2 months earlier, now are supporting Rishi Sunak. Why? Because they are saying internal politics is kept aside. Right now, we need a leader. We need a Prime Minister in place who can lead the way. So right now, people are supporting Rishi Sunak, and yes, he has a lot of support, and I'm sure he would be able to function very, very well. So this is what I make of it, Praditi, and heartiest congratulations to the entire world for that matter, for getting a strong Prime Minister there.
Major Shah, what do you think this is going to translate to in terms of what it means for India? You rightly said that he's born and brought up in, Great Britain. So it's not like his allegiance lies with India in any manner. But do you think that there's, certain things that Sunak needs to take care of, firstly, especially the free trade agreement? I mean, it's high time that India and UK ink that deal to finalize it, because it's not just in India's interest, but it's also in the interest of the United Kingdom. So do you think that, deals such as this, such as the FTA, do you think that Sunak becoming the Prime Minister is going to have any sort of bearing on these deals?
Oh, well, honestly speaking, no. It will not make much of a difference. It will be like any regular prime minister who has come in, who can be a Britisher. That's about it. But yes, the characters there. I'll give you a small example, Parisi. Like, like for example, if though regionalism is not a very welcome thing, but the very fact, the reality is, it does happen. So now, supposing there are people who say that, like, I'll correlate this with a very, very clear example so that everyone understands. Now, in the parliament, if there's a minister and you don't know the minister, but the minister belongs to your home state, so people do not, they normally say, oh, if you have any work over there, let me know. The minister over there is from my hometown. It happens, whether you know the minister or you do not know the minister. So similarly, it is an emotional thing. It is more of a psychological thing that, oh, we have a minister, but regarding the free trade agreement, yes, there should be steps over there to actually make it free flowing, to make it actually a free trade agreement. So that, yes, that policy, but I'm sure he, not because of the fact of the Indian affinity, but because of the fact that he is a strong prime minister there and he is there to resolve issues. So he would take measures as a prime minister, which any prime minister would do, who would want to lead the way with a clear way, but not, I do not see it because just because he's of Indian origin, he is going to take policies or take or favor India. There have been a lot of memes, in fact. There have been a lot of jokes, in fact, on social media, in fact, Paridhi, that since you must be party to that, that there is a cricketer who resembles him. So there is a lot of similarity over there that they have been. So on the lighter side, that, okay, how do we get the Kohinoor back to India, for example? That's a joke. That, okay, send the cricketer there instead of him. And these are kind of jokes that are going on. But at the same time, I would say, regarding the free trade agreement, there would be a change because there's a strong leader there. And had it been any strong leader, similar changes could have happened. But not for the fact that just because he is of Indian origin, he's got Indian roots. So that is why he's going to favor. No, that is not going to happen.
All right, thank you so much, Major Shah, for speaking on Sunak becoming the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.